Welcome everybody to I'm Not Drunk, You're Drunk with Moy and Junior. I'm Moy, and I got my compadre over here, Junior. What's going
How you
on,
doing,
Junior?
compa?
How's it going?
It's going good, man. It's we're through another couple series, so again, still in first place.
Yeah,
Um, this was their first road series, right?
yeah,
First
the
time on the
first
road,
road.
so again, not counting Korea, but uh, not the outcome we were expecting, right?
Yeah,
They end up going 3-3 on the road trip,
mhm,
splitting the series between Cubs and Twins.
yeah, yeah. Against the Cubs, we ended up losing that series. Uh, Overall, I mean, the Cubs are a good team. You know,
Yeah,
we did
I mean,
have we had some mishaps. And it comes with the territory.
yeah. But let's take a look a little bit into the games. Um, Friday not so good, man. We lost 9-7.
Yeah.
Bobby
Uh,
Miller.
Bobby Miller, man.
What are your thoughts, man?
You know what? Everybody was so hyped up after his first game, after his first start. He did great. And then we go over to Chicago, and what
And after
happened?
the first inning, we were still pumped, right?
Well, actually,
That
yeah,
first
because he
first
went
inning.
he went what one inning, just over an inning. He struck out the side 1, 2, 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then after he came back,
We were just as pumped. We are like, all right, here we go again,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But then it just started going downhill from there.
Feel the wheels fell off, man.
Yeah, what
Uh,
was it? I mean, I know it was cold out there. It was probably raining. Yeah,
he just seemed to lose control. Couldn't find the strike zone.
yeah,
I don't know what it was, man. I don't know what it was. I don't know if he didn't have the feel for the pitch or what it was, but
yeah,
like you said, he wasn't able to make it out of the second inning. Um,
yeah,
the team battled back though. Like I said,
yeah.
we ended up losing 9-7. We had a shot there at the end.
Mhm.
It didn't happen. Um, Michael Bush,
Ah,
uh, one of our prospects that Dodgers traded away to Chicago, came back
yeah,
to bite us in the ass in that one.
yeah, he did.
Had a homer. Got that line drive off Altman's bat.
Yeah, yeah.
But any more thoughts on that first game?
Uh, I mean, other than Miller, you know, not performing as we thought he would. Again, we lost 9-7, which means we were hitting. The offense was they were trying.
Teoscar.
You
Teoscar
know,
looked good in that game again.
yeah, we had Teoscar. Um, who else? Otani, he hit his second home run in that game, against the Cubs.
Yeah.
And yeah, Teoscar, I mean, he got 4 RBIs that game. So they were trying. They were trying, but they
Yeah.
just
I
couldn't.
mean, every game they're trying. It's just they came up a little bit short. Um, I think Michael Grove ended up pitching in that game, giving
He
up
did.
3 runs.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer they're gonna keep bringing Grove out there, man. He's again,
Yeah.
he's up and down, man. Um,
Yeah, but very
One inning he
inconsistent, I
looks
guess.
good.
Yeah,
He looks good for one inning, but go more than that, he seems to struggle. And
right.
again, I don't have much confidence in him right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be out there.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, so that was game one. Lost 9-7. Bobby Miller, we're still rooting for you.
Um,
It's a long season.
yeah, it's going to be a long season, so better things to come for him, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, he had a really good game, really good first game, and I'm sure there's gonna be plenty more of those.
Yeah, like I said, the bullpen is where we got to tighten up things, man. We can't keep
Yeah,
having some of these pitchers come in here giving up runs. So,
yeah,
like
uh,
I said, offense battled back, but the relievers just kept giving up some runs, so we
uh,
weren't able to hold them down. So that was
right,
the first game. Saturday came back, won the game, 4-1.
right.
So avoided losing back-to-back games.
Hmm.
We had Yamamoto going in that game. I believe. How many innings did he go in that one?
He went 5 innings with 8 strikeouts. So he did his part, I
He looked
think.
good. He a couple of innings. He had a little bit of traffic on the bases,
Mm.
but overall, again, it was his first actual victory with the Dodgers. Right,
Yeah.
that was his first win.
Yeah, he got his first win in that one. So that's a plus for him and for the Dodgers, obviously.
I think that was the first game Dodgers not scoring 5 runs. I believe
That was the first game.
it was the
Yeah.
first game they didn't
Well,
score
they went
five
what,
runs, which
nine games,
I think it
scoring
was
five
10.
plus 10.
I think it
There
was
you go.
10 maybe. But again, it's a ridiculous mark that they set, man. Just scoring 5 runs, it was going to be hard for them to keep that up. I think
Mm.
so. I don't think that was a realistic thing to see them constantly going out there just pumping out 6 runs, 5 runs, 7 runs.
Yeah.
So it was good to see Yamamoto come out and then have the bullpen come in and be able to hold it down. I
Yeah.
think relievers that
Uh,
came in that game, I want to say it was probably Brazier, maybe Hudson and Phillips that came in that game.
Brazier, Kelly, Hudson, and Phillips.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So
And
that's more of the guys that I think we're going to be depending on.
yeah, Phillips was the one who gave up the 1 run the Cubs got, but obviously it wasn't enough for them to come back and,
Yeah.
and beat us. So we
So
kept it going.
Yeah. So that's more of what we hope for games like that.
Hmm.
Sunday. Anything else on that game or
No, that was it for
Saturday
that
game?
one. Yeah.
So Sunday, the final game, that was a mess. Just all around, man. It was the field conditions. There's the rain delay.
Yeah.
Again, we had I think Stone pitched that game.
Yeah, he
He didn't.
started.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the rain or his start got cut short. I think he only went 3 innings.
3 innings, yeah.
But rain started coming in. There was delays with having the Dodgers players just standing out there waiting to get the game going. Finally got it going.
Yeah.
There was just puddles all over the dirt on the infield. That last play Rojas had before the delay.
Hmm.
I don't know if you saw the game or saw highlights as he's trying to gather himself to throw. Hand hits the dirt, picks up mud. So it's just it was a bad call by the umps. Man, they should have stopped that game earlier.
Hmm.
I don't know if it would have made much of a difference. They lost. What was it, 8-1? So
8-1. Do you think they also in the series against the Cardinals there was also a rain delay? Do you think the umps are holding on too long with these rain delays? I mean, we don't get a lot of rain delays here in LA, but
no, I think the one in LA wasn't too bad. I think they did end up stopping it because it didn't look too bad, the conditions, but the one in Chicago looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
That definitely needed to be called a little bit earlier. Like I said, I don't know if it would have made a difference in the outcome or not, but just the conditions were bad.
Yeah.
Yarbrough came in relief. I think he did okay. I'm trying to recall who gave up those 8 runs in that game.
The 8 runs, I'll tell you right now.
Do you remember who that was?
All right. Well, Stone gave up 5.
Okay, there you go.
Varland gave up 2. He only pitched less than an inning.
Okay.
And Yarbrough gave up 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many innings did Yarbrough
Stone
go?
did strike out 5. I mean, that didn't really help after all the runs. He gave up as many runs as he struck out guys. So
yeah, that's not good. No, you can't be giving up 5 runs, so that's not good. But again, I'll put that one on the conditions. We'll see. We'll see how his next outing goes, man.
Yeah.
But that one definitely, I'll put that on the conditions as far as the game. I think the biggest thing was just trying to make sure everyone got out of that game healthy, man. No one got hurt playing on that field. It's just should have just caught the game, just gone home, man. Forget it.
Yeah.
Just call this one done, and that's it. Get out of town and move on.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, that's the first series. I know it's early, but first series that they lose. I'm not expecting too many.
I could have swore that we were going to win every series. But
I didn't think they were going to lose many. So, but again, we'll see how many they end up losing throughout the season. But
again, it's early in the season, so there's a hell of a lot of baseball left.
There's still a ton of baseball. And again, for myself, just looking at all these little things, trying to keep something to look at. Because, again, as far as the regular season, we expect the Dodgers, they're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
One of these teams, Arizona, San Diego, might come up and challenge us, but I don't anticipate it being close for the division. So,
right.
Just, it's going to be a fun season regardless. But just looking at different little things to keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Seeing different little marks that they hit. So.
Yeah. All right. And then the second series was against the Twins out there in Minnesota. That one went a little better. I'm not disappointed with that. The outcome. Game 1, we won 4-2 with Paxton starting. That was on Monday.
Yeah.
Paxton went 6 innings with 4 strikeouts. Not a bad performance. I mean, he went 6 innings. So
I mean, he's our 5th starter, man. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Paxton, again, kind of what he did last year. Started off strong. He started tailing off in the second half. We'll see how he does this year. I know he came in saying he felt a lot healthier. But again, as our 5th starter, that's what we're looking for, man. You said he went how many innings?
He went 6 innings.
6 innings. I mean, that's perfect, man. Kept the Dodgers in the game. They won, what, 4-2?
4-2.
4-2. So, I mean, that's what you want, man. Especially from that 5th starter. Eat up some innings. Keep us in the game. Offense came through. Who provided power that one? It was Outman and Ohtani, right?
Outman and Ohtani each. Outman got his first home run in that game. And Ohtani, he had 2 doubles, I think, in that game.
Hopefully that gets Outman going, man.
Yeah.
I know before that he was struggling.
Yeah. I
He
think
lost up there.
I think it's like with Ohtani after he, before he hit that first home run in here in LA against the Cardinals, right?
No. Giants.
Oh, the Giants. That's right.
Man, you forget so early, man.
Yeah, I do. After the home run, man, he looked.
Ohtani's been on a tear, man.
Yeah.
He's been.
So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, and it just it's funny just seeing the announcers, the Dodgers announcers, just talking about how the ball just sounds different when it comes off his bat. They can, it's just a different sound. Whatever the noise he's making when he's swinging, if he's fouling it off, if fouls it off his foot, they're starting to recognize all the little different noises he makes.
I noticed that too. That's funny you bring that up because I remember I think he fouled it off his foot or something. And he made a really funny...
That came through the speaker or through the TV real clear, man.
Yeah. And then after that is when I heard the announcers mention that out. You can tell the difference between a good hit and a bad one with him.
I forget which game it was. And I want to say it was against Minnesota. That it was one of the doubles he got where it was just... It didn't look like it should have been a double. It was just a screaming line drive that just... got to the outfield on the grass. It rolled out there, and he was able to turn 2 on it, man.
Yeah,
it was just.
He's a fast guy.
So quick, man.
Yeah,
it's just fast. He's just shooting when he hits the ball. He's shooting into those gaps. He gets it out there so quick. The fielders don't have time to get out there in time.
Yeah.
So,
in that game 1, I want to bring up the bullpen came through. They didn't allow any runs because the 2 runs that Minnesota did score. They were given up by Paxton, but he gave up 1 in the first inning, and I think the second, or was it a 2-run shot that he gave up?
Oh, that was by the Dodger legend, wasn't it?
Margot?
There you go. Dodger legend, man.
Dodger legend, ex-Dodger, man. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and then the bullpen came in. I mean, we had Brazier, Hudson, and Phillips got the save that day.
So again,
So I was very happy with that.
yeah,
Those
some
guys.
of our top relievers came in and shut it down, man. So that was a good way to start the series.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we had a game on Tuesday, which we also won 6-3. And that one started Glasnow, and that was
our ace.
Our ace. That he's what everybody was expecting. He really came out 14 strikeouts, no runs allowed, 7 innings. On just to top it off, no walks.
That's I think just around the league, that's what everyone expects out of him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just with Tampa, it was just one thing or another. It was just the injuries. He just wasn't able to stay on the field. But
yeah,
barring that, I mean, this is what everyone kind of knew what he was capable of, man.
Yeah.
And again, shows out, man. That's our ace right there, man.
Yeah. So
no doubt.
I'm not very good with pitching numbers, but so he went 7 innings, and I think he threw 88 pitches. That's considered low for.
Absolutely, man.
Okay, and that's what we want, right? low count.
I mean, that was an amazing start right there because he just had everything going, man. Minnesota just was off balance. He was getting ahead of runners of the hitters on the counts. I think he only had 1 or 2 counts where he went to 3 balls.
Okay.
But yeah, he was just on his game. He was just painting the corners. Had all his stuff working. Again, he was efficient. He was getting some of these Minnesota hitters to swing early in the count as well. So some quick outs, which was what kept the pitch count low.
Yeah.
If he can do that, I'm not expecting him to go out and get 14 Ks every game or every other game. But if he can, again, go 6-7 innings, keep his pitch count low, that'd be great, man.
Yeah.
That'd be great, though, man.
And I felt like that game went really fast, man. I don't know if it was just me, but
it did.
Will Smith hit his first home run on Tuesday. Outman hit his second home run. So after that first one on Monday, he comes back Tuesday, hits another one. So I think he's gonna slowly start showing his full potential.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, man, get going because we need the bottom of the order to start getting some hits, man. Start getting on base.
Because they are struggling.
That bottom 3 is struggling all season long. So it's nice to see Outman start hitting, and we just need to get the rest of those guys in the bottom of the order, whether it's Lux, Taylor, who's just man. It seems like he's struck out every time.
Yeah.
It seems like he's struck out every single time he's fucking hitting, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how long they're going to keep putting him out there as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a loyalty thing or they just some kind of, I don't know what they feel towards him, but they keep putting him out there. He's struggling right now. I know you're not going to break out of it if you're not out there, but I don't know how long you keep him going out there. But like we said, Glasnow went out, did his thing, man. He was just shoving, dude, all game long.
Yeah.
Then the bullpen came in and tried to give that game away, man. They tried to give that game away, man.
Oh man, yeah, it made me nervous. We had Vesia come in. He went 1 inning and he gave up 1 run, a home run. He gave up, and then a new guy, right? Brogdon. He came in for another inning, and he gave up 2 runs. Yeah, so very close, man. Very close.
It got way too close. I don't remember where I think he came from Philly. Brogdon. Okay. I don't know if he didn't eat enough Philly cheesesteak, man. That dude is skinny, dude. That dude is skinny, man. I don't know if you saw the game.
I didn't see him pitch. I missed that
pitch,
part.
Man. I was like, man, you got to feed him, man. I don't know if he didn't have enough on his pitches and Minnesota just teed off on him.
Yeah.
But fortunately, he was able to get out of it.
Mhm.
I don't know if he's still on the team. I don't know if they're going to DFA him, cut him
Yeah.
come Friday, or we'll see if he's still on the team for the San Diego series. But
Yeah.
again, that would have been a shame, dude, if they had given that game away.
Hmm.
That was a freaking masterpiece by Glasnow. So if they had given that game away, that would have been just fucking awful, dude.
Yeah. You know, something interesting. I was looking at my notes and I saw that on Tuesday game, Betts was walked 3 times in that game. He got 1 hit, struck out once, but he was also, he got walked 3 times. Which
And
seemed,
it's complete opposite, man. The bottom 3 just can't buy a hit, man.
yeah,
All season long, in the top 3,
yeah,
just can't stop getting on base, man.
yeah,
It seems like it's just as soon as they come up to it, it's just you feel like they're gonna be on base. They're gonna
yeah,
one way or another, they're gonna get on base. They're gonna get some runs in. So
yeah.
that top of the lineup is just doing what we thought they were gonna do. It's just fun to watch.
Yeah, yeah. All right, and then on Wednesday's game, we took the L on that one.
Yeah, I definitely thought we were gonna sweep, man. I don't know about you. I thought they were gonna sweep.
That was my thoughts too, especially thinking with Miller on the mound. I thought he was gonna come back and hold on, I'm sorry.
Because we had Miller, so we were like, all right, he's gonna have a bounce back game here.
Yeah.
Struggled, kept us in the game though. He wasn't on his game again.
Yeah.
Struggled throughout, but again, kept it to 2 runs. He ended up going 4 innings, I believe.
Yeah, 4 innings, 4 strikeouts. He gave up 2 runs. So I guess we can say it wasn't as bad as his last game. Right?
No. Again, to expect them to go out and get 10 Ks every game, I don't think it's realistic as well. But he should be better than what he was previous game, and definitely should be better than what he was on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then also Minnesota was throwing Paddock, which I don't know if you remember. He was with San Diego.
Yeah.
He was with San Diego before he got traded to Minnesota, I believe. But I know it's not the same team, but Dodgers have lit that dude up in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So another reason why I was expecting Dodgers to actually be able to get the sweep.
Yeah. Yeah. But unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way. I think the offense struggled today.
And it seemed like they were getting off to the right foot because I believe Betts walked, I think Betts got a single, and Ohtani walked, but Freeman wasn't able to come through.
Yeah, Freeman struggled Freeman struggled on Wednesday. Who else?
But Teoscar came through, was able to get a run in on Wednesday.
Muncy homered.
Struggling.
Yeah, Muncy homered today.
He homered. It was just him on base, but again, in that first inning, we had Ohtani in scoring position, and he wasn't able to come through.
Yeah.
He did end up homering later in the game, which that ball just got out, man. I thought it was a pop fly. I don't know if you caught the game, but that thing was up in the air for a while. I thought it was. I thought that center fielder was going to get it.
I was listening to the radio. I was listening to the game on the radio, and when I heard it, and the announcer said the same thing. How high he said something about like
I didn't think it looked like it was
higher. Man. Was that?
I didn't think it was going to get out.
I thought the announcer said that it seemed like it went higher than what it went for. As far.
Yeah.
So, but
that definitely was disappointing to see that, man. I was expecting the sweep, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
Again, Vesia came in, gave up a home run. which ended up being the difference in the game. Besides Vesia, the rest of the bullpen came in, did their job.
Yeah. Grove came in and got 4 strikeouts in the 2 innings he was in there.
And again, complete different, opposite from his other relief appearance where he gave up, I think, 3 or 4 runs.
Yeah.
So again, you never know what you're going to get out of Grove.
Yeah.
And I really don't care for that, man. I don't care for him. Being good one day and then not the next day. So
yeah. So Vesia, he came in. You said, he gave up a home. He gave up a home run. You know, Vesia, maybe Joe Kelly. It's 2 guys that I don't have full faith in when it's a close game or when we're losing already. And we had discussed this. Your thoughts on bringing certain pitchers in at certain times. I mean, it might have been a matchup that Doc was trying to.
It could have been. You know, Vesia pitched on Tuesday, and then you bring him back on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I know I don't know if something was going on, but you had Frazier, you had Hudson also in there that you could have brought in.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if it was just a matchup thing, if Doc was just saving him. It was too early in the game for him to bring him in. I don't know what the case was.
Yeah.
But seeing Vesia on back-to-back nights, not ideal.
Yeah, especially when it's that close of a game. I think when he came in, we were tied already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was already 2-2, and gave up the home run.
Yeah, I mean, they were still in the game, and you know they were in the game till the end again.
Yeah.
It's never quite over with this team, so they're always going to be in there till the end of the game. But again, Vesia bringing them in on back-to-back nights, I really don't care for. At least not with Vesia.
Yeah.
Kelly, I think he'll be better. I still have a little bit more faith in him than I do in Grove and Vesia.
Yeah.
Those two relievers that I don't think they'll be around much longer because we do have a couple guys that are going to be coming off. I know I haven't heard any updates on Blake Triton, but I believe he's the next reliever to come in.
Okay.
So I don't know how much longer he's going to be on the IL. Again, he took that line drive off the lungs.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna have to keep a lookout for that guy.
Yeah, but once he comes in, again, this new pitcher, Brogdon, he'll probably be gone, or Barland, who was up for again a cup of tea, it's just one of those things that Dodgers do with the relievers. They do these games where they bring them up, they put them down. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes. But
well,
hopefully Triton will be back soon.
Yeah, well, at least we took this series 2-1, so not too bad overall. Right?
No, not bad at all.
Yeah.
Again, definitely you don't want to split that road trip 3-3. You want to come out on top of that, but it's I think better days are ahead of us. So
yeah,
again, we'll see. It's still early.
We're still in first place. All right, what else? We have they're off on Thursday.
Yes, they're off on Thursday, and then they got San Diego coming in to town. So again, it's a division series, right?
Yeah, San Diego will be here. And
not a rivalry.
Not a rivalry.
Not a rivalry, but
although it seems like the San Diego thinks it is, right?
Correct. So we'll have anticipated starters are going to be Yamamoto going Friday, followed by Stone and Paxton.
Okay.
So again, we'll see once we get closer. We'll see if they don't go with the bullpen game again, and after Yamamoto, it's definitely I think Yamamoto will go Friday, and then they'll probably go to. If they go to a bullpen game, it'll probably be on that weekend, Saturday, Sunday game.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah. And then after San Diego, they got Washington. Will be here too. Yes. All right. What else we got?
Injuries, man.
Oh,
Injuries.
yeah,
I don't know what it is that I'm noticing the injuries more, or
yeah.
what is it, but we had a couple more pitchers go down, man. We had Josiah Gray,
Mm-hmm.
Framber Valdez, and we had one more.
Nick Pivetta.
Nick Pivetta with Boston all go down. I believe. I'm not sure. I think all three were with elbow
Yeah, all of them, all three with the elbow,
elbow
either
injury, right?
strain, soreness. Yeah, strain or soreness. So there's it's going around a lot in the news in baseball news about you know I keep hearing two things. It's either the whole pitch count, the timer, how the
Oh,
pitchers aren't
okay, yeah.
getting their, I guess, enough time between pitches
Hmm.
as before. Now they're going faster
Yeah,
or quicker to get on the mound and pitch. And
yeah,
also, it just seems like everybody's just throwing a lot harder and everybody wants to do some kind of movement with that ball.
yeah,
It just seems like so much stress
yeah.
on
It's,
on the body, on the
definitely, I
arm.
think it's just more the velocity that just continues to go up, and
Yeah.
everyone's just looking for more, more velocity, man.
Yeah.
Which I think I saw something earlier about just how the velocity has just gone up year after
Hmm.
year. It's just gone. It just keeps ticking up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Um, so I think both both things can be right, right?
Hmm.
Um, between pitchers not used to the trying to get accustomed to the pitch clock,
Yeah.
right? And then just the velocity, just the stress you're putting on the arm, just trying to throw harder every time,
Yeah.
trying to get just a little bit more speed on there. Um,
Yeah.
because again, the hitters definitely do get, I think, an advantage because they're able to go back, they're able to study the pitchers, see what they
Hmm.
got. They can start getting adjusted to the speed, and they continue getting adjusted to the speed, so they're continue to catch up to it. Eventually, they'll start catching up, and pitchers keep trying to throw harder.
Yeah.
So again, another thing I saw was just with uh, just the amount of pitching some of the pitchers do starting as young as travel ball,
Hmm.
doing the tournaments, and that was another thing I saw. Um, again, I don't know if there's a correlation or an impact, but just um,
Hmm.
from a young age, you're some of these top players. You're
Yeah.
starting. If you're good, you're a pitcher, and you're just throwing already, and it just year round. It doesn't stop.
Yeah. Yeah. I do have a good friend of mine that he coaches high school baseball
Okay.
out in the OC, and actually we were just talking about that, and he does. I asked him to say, we were discussing this whole injury stuff with in the major leagues, and he said that he sees it from a young age. I mean, he does high school, and
Hmm.
they he's the assistant coach, and the coaches on different teams, different high schools, are always telling their kids, man, you throw harder. You got to throw harder. Do it
Hmm.
this way, do it that way, but throw harder. And he says that he emphasizes how these kids need to play other sports too, or take a break from baseball, because you have a lot of them that play year round. You got
Hmm.
winter ball, you got travel ball, you got regular season. So they're just
It doesn't
putting a
stop,
lot
right?
of strain. Yeah,
It doesn't stop, man. And
yeah.
I mean, if you go back to look at one of the best pitchers, I think was one of the best pitchers was Greg Maddux. He didn't
Mm,
throw hard, man,
right.
but
Yeah,
he had good control,
yeah,
and he was one of the best pitchers for a very long time, man.
yeah,
So again, it's just something that it's starting from a young age.
yeah.
Um, and again, starting at a young age, I don't know what the impact is, but they're not as diverse as far as playing different sports,
Hmm.
um, working their muscles out in different, you know, you go from baseball and then you go over start playing basketball.
Mhm.
You're conditioning your body just to a lot more. Maybe you go to football or you go something different, right?
Yeah.
Now it's almost like the kids are like they get locked into one sport, and
Mhm.
you're gonna play. You like baseball. You're good at baseball, right? You're gonna do that. They
Mhm.
almost have to choose, right? There's not too many kids that are playing different sports throughout the year.
Right. Yeah.
And okay, this is gonna be the sport, and they see, all right, there's talent there. All of a sudden, you start getting these specific trainers, right, for
Mhm.
conditioning, for hitting, for fielding, pitching,
Yeah.
whatever it is, and depending on what sport it is.
Mhm.
So I think that has something to do, and it taxes the body from a young age. So
Oh
by the time
yeah.
you get to the big leagues, you got a lot more,
Yeah.
on that arm. So
Right.
I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I'm no professional and I'm no doctor, so what do I
no.
know? But I
Yeah.
don't know.
No, it's yeah, I started noticing a lot more. Yeah, you hear about it a lot more often now.
Yeah,
Just pitchers getting hurt, so just be careful out there, guys.
definitely.
Uh,
Um, something not related to injuries, but these uniforms, man.
oh,
Did you see on Wednesday? I think it was on Wednesday or Tuesday.
mm.
Detroit player uh,
Oh,
Green,
Riley Green. Yeah.
yeah, sliding into I think it was second base and freaking pants ripped. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a little tear because you've seen in the past you've seen where pants rip a little bit on the knees or something like that, but this was
Right.
just full on, just pants just ripped
Yeah.
apart.
It looked like those sweats that you
There
just
you
rip
go.
out.
The yeah,
I guess it
the
was,
tearaways.
it's funny because I guess it's a good thing that he was wearing, and I guess, I don't know, underpants, long underpants or something, man. Because
Yeah,
that was a long rip.
yeah, man. That's something. Again, the just the uniform, man. The uniform thing has just been an issue the whole year long.
Yeah.
People noticing different things. I don't know if you noticed. The Dodger jerseys almost seem to be like two different colors, the tops and the bottoms.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that.
I have.
Yeah.
I've noticed that too.
So it's just been a debacle, man. It's just I don't
Yeah.
know what they're gonna
Yeah.
do about it, but
Yeah.
definitely
I
keep an
thought we
eye out
had,
for.
I thought we had put the uniform thing behind us, but there
No,
goes Green over here sliding and just tearing his pants
no,
open.
yeah, it's that's still just a joke, man. So,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
that's I don't know what we're gonna do about that. Another topic I have for you.
Hmm.
I think this happened on Tuesday as well. I might have my days mixed up, but
Hmm.
we had the reliever for the Pirates, David Bednar.
Hmm.
He's been an all-star the last couple of years.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit off to a rough start, right?
Yeah.
He's blown a couple of games, so just this week blew another one. It happened to be in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh fans started booing him.
Uh-huh.
He like, of course he blew the game, gave up the lead, they lost it. But the fans started booing him. One
Hmm.
of his own players after the game and one of the appearances he was doing kind of came to not to like help him, but just like, look, this guy's
Yeah.
an all-star, man. He's gonna figure it out. He's struggling right now, but what's your take on fans booing players?
Oh, that's a good
What's your
question.
take, man?
Um, I don't know if I've done it. uh, but okay. So Bednar, all-star player.
Mm-hmm.
He has a rough patch, to start off the season. Give him a chance, man. I don't like I don't like booing your own team. To answer
Okay.
your question, I don't like booing your own team.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to other teams, of course, we're the Giants. They're our rivals. We'll boo Barry Bonds forever.
Okay.
But when you boo your own team, yeah, I'm not I can't get on that.
Okay, what about if one of those players is one of the examples I heard was, what about if he's not hustling? You know, it was
Okay.
it was he could have made it to first. He hit a ground ball,
Mm-hmm.
but something happened where I don't know, it was a bad throw or something, and the first baseman was able to recover and still get him out. But if he had ran it out, he would have been safe.
Okay.
Do you boo him there on a knucklehead play?
Yes, I will. So I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite because I just said I won't boo my own team, but when you put it that way, yes. If you just blatantly not trying,
well, you don't see the effort, right?
If you don't see the effort, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing when you have a pitcher who's struggling, but then it's a whole other thing when you're not even trying.
Yeah, we're not booing Muncy yet, right? When he commits the error, we're not going to boo him.
We're not going to boo him yet, but you already hear a lot of talk. Same thing with Lux,
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody's booing him yet.
Now, with him, Bednar, right? He's struggling to start the season. In the past, he's been there have been rumors in the past of Dodgers possibly going after him before we had Phillips and bringing him in. I know neither one of us professional player, right? We've never been on that stage, but do you think that would help his confidence being at home? You're struggling. I'm sure he already feels bad enough that he let the team down.
Now
having his own fans booing him, do you think that helps or takes away and makes it worse for him?
Everybody's going to be different, man. Some people take that as motivation to improve yourself, or I'm not going to say try harder because I'm sure he's trying.
Yeah.
But it's going to, there's people, there's two types, man. One of them is going to take it to heart. He's going to get his ego torn apart, and he's like, man, everybody hates me. Why even try? But then you got the other person who, okay, you want to talk shit? Let me show you what I can do.
Yeah. Yeah. So. No, I'm definitely with you though. As far as booing your own team, I'm not for it because I don't think it helps the situation unless it's something like I said, something where you see there's no effort or it's just some knucklehead plays, just some little league shit. It's like, come on, guys.
Right.
But I see that the situation where all right, you're gonna boo him, but if it's just it's a difficult play, dude commits an error, or maybe it's something that's just consistent, right?
Yeah.
Say it's Lux, and it's just we're seeing him commit error after error after error. It's like, all right, right. I don't know if that impacts the management side of things. If Lux keeps committing these errors, fans start booing him. They're insistent on, hey, he has to be on the major league squad. They're not moving him down to the minor leagues to get some work in.
Yeah.
It's interesting, man. I just saw that.
Well, again,
like, man, that seems kind of rough to be
like
your own all-star.
With Lux, he already saw how people have been talking about him, and I don't see his bat. I don't see any improvement. I know people were talking about his fielding more, but I don't know. Have you seen any improvement with that? With Lux?
No, there hasn't been much improvement that I've noticed with the bat. So I don't know if that's coming into play and it's affecting his batting, right?
Yeah.
I think the guy's pretty active on social media, so I don't know if he's off now. I'm sure he sees the comments and he sees people getting on him. So I don't know how much of that is taking a toll on him on that side, because if he's not doing it on defense and he's struggling on offense, Dodgers gonna have to make a move here.
Yeah.
You can only give him so much time to try and get out of it, but at some point, we gotta go in a different direction. We gotta, like I said, put him down in the minors, let him get some work in down there, try and get better. But something's gonna have to happen there.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, cool story. Moving along. Jackson Holiday, with the top prospect with Baltimore,
Yeah.
son of
Matt Holiday.
Matt Holiday.
Yeah.
Uh, he got. They played. He played today, right? He got called
Yeah,
up
he played on on Wednesday. So it was first game
on Wednesday.
action.
Yeah, on Wednesday.
Yeah. So
So
he
let's
got in the
see.
game playing second base. I think he's originally a shortstop. But they got Gunnar Henderson playing shortstop. So originally when they opened camp, they moved him to the minor leagues to try and get him
Hmm.
gain more accustomed to play second base.
Okay.
But again, I think the Orioles, between who they had playing infield, was struggling.
Hmm.
Hitting, and Holiday was just tearing it up from the time he went back down to the minors. He kept hitting, and they figured it's time to bring him up. So that's going to be fun to watch him come up. And that's another interesting topic, man. It's just as we get older, man, we're starting to see a lot of these players that we've seen before.
Yeah.
Right? We saw their dads play, and now we're seeing the
Yeah.
kids play, and it's like, man, we're getting old, dude.
Yeah. For real.
I
We
don't
had
know what it is, man.
who the Guerreros. Vladdy. We saw Vladdy play.
Well, I mean, Toronto has like a whole system of kids, right? They got
Oh yeah, that's right.
Guerrero, they got Bichette,
Bichette.
Biggio.
Yeah,
So
that's
they
right.
got a couple of kids over there, man.
Yeah.
So it's again crazy seeing some of the kids start coming up there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's fun. That's a cool story. I don't know if you saw his when they there's a video going around where they sat him down and in the clubhouse and they told him that they were sending him to the majors.
Oh, okay.
So
I
it was
didn't see
a
that one.
cool. It was a cool. You got to check it out.
I'll have to
It's a
look
cool
that one
video.
up. That was from the Orioles that they
Yeah.
put something up, or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's always cool, man. I've seen some of in the past when some of the prospects get the call up and
Yeah.
they call them in to give them the news. So that's always a nice little story, man.
Yeah.
One last thing I got for you before we close it out, man.
Yeah.
The umpires, man.
Mm.
Umpires and the strike zone, man. I don't think they understand or I don't know if they know what the strike zone is anymore, man.
Yeah.
They're making it more. They're making it giving more of a reason to have either the replay on the strike zones or have these robot umpires that they keep talking about. It's getting pretty bad, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed that. I noticed that with the Dodgers against the Dodgers or in their games, not just the Dodgers, but I've seen them in other games.
Yeah, it's a league-wide thing, man. It's not just the Dodgers, so we're not like it's a homer or we're being homers for the Dodgers, right?
Yeah,
we're not saying hey we're getting screwed because in the same game that we're seeing bet, there was the one game I don't recall which one it was. Bets they were calling that strike outside.
Mm-hmm.
It was an outside, and he ended up rounding out in that one at bat because he swung out of the strike zone just because the ump was calling it out there. So he was protecting the.
Yeah, that's a big issue right there. If the umps are calling it outside of the strike zone, now you got to adjust your swing and
I mean, I've seen some where there were strikes and they call them balls.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw some in Wednesday's game. I've seen some in some of the earlier games. Just again, I don't know if what is that. I'm noticing it more now, and I'm seeing some more of these highlights. I'm seeing more of the games, and these umpires. It's not. I can't even say it's just one umpire specific. It's just around the league. It's some bad calls going all the way around, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It used to be Angel Hernandez that everybody talked about, but now everybody else is doing it.
Yeah, it's getting pretty bad with the strike zone as far as these Blues, man. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's been all season long. It's been one thing after another with the umpires and the strike zone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully they get their shit straight because again, man, they're gonna start bringing in the computers and replays, or I don't know.
they're gonna start doing that, man. It's just they're making a argument for having the robot umpires, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, man, you know, excited. Dodgers are, like I said, they're in first place. We got San Diego coming into Dodger Stadium. What else you got, man?
We got San Diego coming in Washington this next week. So I think probably after those two series, we'll talk a little bit about them after the Dodgers take a little their day off.
Yeah, they'll have a day off on Thursday, and then they'll get back to it. So again, looking to have them win these two series again.
Mm-hmm.
Continue going. So
yeah.
But other than that, that's it, man. Look forward to the next one, man.
All right, cool. Thank you guys for joining us on I'm Not Drunk, You're Drunk with Moyen Jr. We hope you guys have a great week, and we will see you next time. And remember, I'm not drunk.
You're drunk. All right, Opa, have a good one.
All right.